the heart of the matter. It's called What's Your Passion? It's a great one to finish us up with because so far, everything we've done got us to here. So I want you to think for just a minute, what are your gifts internally? What is your gifts? What are your talents? What do you truly enjoy? That's what this is going to be about. What is your passion? What makes you come alive? Everything that we've talked about, all these effective lessons are going to enable you to go effectively down your pathway, your college journey pathway, your career pathway, whatever it's going to be. And at the finish line, what gets you there is called your passion. So finding something that you can be committed to, that you thoroughly love, you're interested in, is going to bring about that passion, that deep desire to get there. When you become consistent in doing those actionable steps, those behaviors, it's going to bring passion upon all your endeavors. Allow your passion to become your purpose, and it will one day become your profession. If you focus on that purpose, what you truly can be committed to, it brings fulfillment to you. It's going to uplift you, it's going to make you powerful, and it's going to get you there. Find and concentrate on that purpose, which will bring passion as an outcome. We're going to talk about 3 main areas to cultivate, to get that passion going, to make it happen. Those 3 main areas are self-motivation, fulfillment, and the little things. The first one is self-motivation. Now, growing up through starting in my little elementary school years, all the way through my college years, I was a cheerleader for different sports teams all the way through. And you know what cheerleaders do, right? Our goal was to create this synergetic, enthusiastic mood, right, atmosphere to keep our players, their morale boosted, to keep them going, keep them motivated, and that was our job. Didn't matter which sports I was doing. It was all the same. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we all each had our own little cheerleader in our back corner, right? Motivating us to keep going, giving us little pats on the back. You can do it, you can do it. It'd be nice if we had that. But unfortunately, most of us are just not blessed with a very vocal or enthusiastic support system like that. We don't each have our own cheerleader. To motivate us, to keep us going, we've got to learn how to do it ourselves. It's called self-motivation. One of the major differences between successful people, individuals, I'm not talking just about students, just people in any kind of field or specialization, the difference between the successful ones and the unsuccessful is the successful know how to motivate themselves to keep going, to get the job done, even when they don't even feel like it. You might not have felt like getting up and going to class today, but you're here. So you got to learn how to get yourself motivated to get the job done, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't feel like performing a task. You got to have that positive mindset that we've talked so much about. You've got to complete commitments when you don't feel like doing it, but not just complete it just to get it done, but to the best of your ability. And that's what successful people do. They don't just want mediocrity. They don't just settle. They're going to get the job done to the best of their ability. World-class athletes are great examples of this. They have direct focus and concentration on their purpose, on whatever is their passion, to get it done. They learn how to concentrate and direct their attention. And when they have errors, when they have mistakes, when they fail, see, they learn how to, okay, I'm going to discipline myself to correct these errors because they have enough passion to want to do better, achieve better, perform better in the next competition. Use self-talk to guide your behaviors, controlling your emotions, controlling your thought processes, your self-talk, what's going on in your mind, which is constant. When you learn how to control that and your emotions to go along with it, you will value the knowledge that comes along with it. So as you're going through your pathway, your journey, you learn how to value the learning. When you put that mental grit with physical behind it, the action part, it's going to create more self-motivation. It just comes along with it. And it's going to help push you forward toward achieving your goals. And when you do that, it's going to create more confidence within you. You're just going to become a more and more confident person because you keep achieving your goals. And you feel good about that. When you value and what it is that you value, whether it's your principles, your beliefs, your internal, what you really feel very important about, it's going to create a natural passion that will motivate you internally and keep you going. It's going to keep pushing. Now you're going to fail. Yeah, you're going to make mistakes. Yes. But when that happens through your failures and your setbacks and you fall, you're going to get up again and again. Every time you fall or fail, you're going to keep getting up. Okay, the next area is called fulfillment. That's the second main area, fulfillment. Now, it has been said, you've probably heard it. How many of you have heard the phrase, do what makes you happy? How many of you have heard that? And they say, well, do what you love, and that'll make you happy. That's often a misnomer because you're going to do all kinds of things through your life that's going to make you happy. But happiness does not bring fulfillment. There is a difference. Happiness does not bring fulfillment. Finding work that brings out your passion doesn't mean that you're going to be blissful the entire time. It's not going to be consistent and always blissful just because you're doing work that you love. So don't be fooled by that either. When you find something where it creates meaning in your life, that's where fulfillment comes in. When something in your life brings forth meaning. Find a place where you can impact your life, but also others' lives, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Know how to best serve in an area that you love doing, brings about your passion, and that is going to be a constant fulfillment. You're going to have a life that's meaningful to you. So we want to search for a life of fulfillment, not a life of happiness. Fulfillment is not static. It is not. It requires movement. It requires action. You have to give forth that action. I remember a childhood phrase that you might have heard it too. You can run in place all day and not get anywhere. So not only the action, but just being in motion doesn't mean you're making progress. Make sure you're making progress towards the right things. Putting your heart into actions, putting your passion, what you love, the things you enjoy into that movement, into that action is part. What is that? It's part gratitude. That means being grateful for what you have been given, talents, gifts, your life. Just being grateful for that. So it's part gratitude and then part gathering all that energy and enthusiasm that you can muster toward your tasks. That's putting your heart into action. You have to make this conscientious effort. You have to know and be aware that you are fully present, and to be fully present, be engaged. Know what you're doing and know how you're doing it with that energy, with that enthusiasm, and don't settle to just settle. The third area is the little things. Don't forget the little things. Write that down. Before retiring, famous basketball coach John Wooden was a very successful basketball coach. He led his team, I think it was to like 10 national championships, something crazy like that. Very successful. When he trained his basketball players, he didn't start with layups and drills. Now, if these basketball players were even fortunate enough to be on his team, they had to be very, very talented. But he didn't start them with layups and drills. No, none of that was his first mission. his very first mission, his very first training with these basketball players that he brought aboard was on the skill of tying shoelaces. He sat them down. He modeled how to do this. He showed them exactly how to put on their socks without any bumps or wrinkles. He showed them very painstakingly and very detailed how to put their foot in the sock correctly, with their toe placement and their heel placement, and get that sock on just right. No bumps, no wrinkles. And then, after he, very detail oriented, went through step by step exactly how to put that sock on, they'd put on their shoe. And he'd show them exactly how to tie their shoelaces. That might seem ludicrous at first. He's got these talented young men playing basketball, What's this best coach in the world doing this? This is their first lesson. In Coach Wooden's wisdom and all of his wisdom, you see, he didn't want his players to get blisters on their feet. If you get blisters on your feet, that'd be painful and you might miss practice. And if you don't make it to practice, if you miss practice, what happens? You don't play. And if you don't play, you can't win. He knew there was time for layups and drills, and there's time for that. He knew to start with the very basic fundamentals of learning how to put on your socks and shoes and tie them correctly. So I want to reinforce to you, if you want to win championships, you gotta take care of the smallest, the very fundamental, the basics. Don't forget about them. The basics. Tackle those. Take care of those. Learn how to do them correctly. Everything that we've gone through so far. What? Organization, time management, scheduling, your mindset, all those. Your goals, using resources, having that master mindset around you. Those are your basics. Those are your fundamentals. Guess what? The academics will follow. Watch and see, just like the championships follow. They are the basic fundamental building blocks of your success, not just academically, but your future success too. Summary, find that commitment, that desire in your heart that's going to bring about the passion. I'm telling you, if you don't love what you do, you're not going to do it long. Self-motivate. You got to be your own cheerleader. Manage your emotions and control your own behavior. You're the only one who can do that. No one else can do that for you. You've got to. Find a need to serve, or you love serving, your interest, and that will become your fulfillment in life. What does fulfillment require? Action and your heart's love. Have gratitude. Be grateful, along with energy and enthusiasm in all your tasks. Remembering to take care of the little things, the shoelaces, the basics, is the solid foundation. You can't get further than that unless you take care of the little things. That's your future. That's your success. My words to you, now you're prepared. Go and make a great journey.